What's up, fellas?
What's up, bud?
What's up, motherfucker?
How we doing?
Good, man. I'm all the way in Vancouver right now.
Oh, Hollywood North, as they say.
It is. Everything is shooting here now.
Yeah, no, I wasn't being sarcastic. I think like the Massachusetts area is Hollywood East, and Vancouver's Hollywood North.
Why Massachusetts? I thought Vancouver makes sense with Canada.
It's all tech stuff. I guess Massachusetts gives a lot. That's why they. I don't know if you guys have seen in the last 15 years or so, there have been a handful of Boston gangster movies. Some would say too many.
Heard of them, yeah.
And it's all because that filming, like Massachusetts, like wanted to become
Patriots Day shot there.
Patriots Day. That's right. Yeah.
We're there for a couple months. Yeah.
I'm liking this. This what do you got? A little cardigan you're working with there?
Yeah, just to keep me warm and snazzy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, looking good.
Show the
man.
audience that your boy got a little money now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Throw around that cash. So I was just watching the trailer for opening act, and holy shit, there's a lot of unbelievably talented people in that movie. It looks pretty fucking good, man.
Right? Every turn, you just get like your favorite comedian popping up in a cameo role. And it really shows you comedians can really freaking act.
Yeah, for sure,
like,
man.
Even the smaller parts, like Russell Peters' parts, he was so good. And you don't see him too much on, like, say, TV and film and stuff. But yeah, man, these directors out there got to give comedians a chance.
Yeah, people who are hiding their actual emotions all day, every day,
they can
pretty
act.
good at acting.
Yeah, deeply damaged people can act really well.
Well, it feels to me like a Office Space meets like some sort of comedy world. And then when I saw that Bill Burr is playing like your boss in the Cube world, I mean, perfect job of casting right there. I'm sure he is just like the asshole boss and plays it to perfection. So, I personally, I did the Cube thing before I became doing all this, so I can relate to it. But I feel like anybody who's got a job where they're sitting and rotting away at a desk is going to be able to relate to the idea of getting out and doing something cool and creative.
For sure. Anyone who's ever thought about or is pursuing their dream, you got to sacrifice. When is that time to kind of say, I quit and sacrifice for something you love? So hopefully that resonate with the audience. And this movie just takes you to kind of like the bowels, the back behind the curtains of the stand-up comedy club. And all happens over one weekend.
Oh,
and
wow.
You get to see really what happens on, what does the Thursday show mean? How is it Friday first show, late show? How do you try new material? What happens when you bomb? And then the local radio you got to do to promote and sell tickets. All these like really crappy stuff that happens being a stand-up comedian, but we still love it. That's why we do it, right?
Yeah. Was it, do you think is it like very true to the experience? Is it like, kind of dramatized at all? Or is it like, this is really how it goes?
I think every one of those things, once I got to the stand-up comedy club, it all happened to Steve Byrne, who wrote and directed it. And all of those things are extremely relatable. I think any comic that's been on the road has experienced a kind of weird club owner, the crappy comedy condo, waking up at 6 a.m. after drinking till 2 to do radio, to promote, and then bombing, and then people kind of not giving you the time of day. And even the great stuff like opening for your heroes and finally finding like a good set, a good new joke. It's all super true. Honestly, it felt like half documentary for me, like half documentary, half scripted, and really a behind the scenes look. And honestly, I did a little bit of material on there. That's actually my old material. And then there's some newer written material that's in the script. Cedric did some of his very old material also. I think, and Whitney did a little bit of material, so it's interesting. It's almost like we're all playing a version of ourselves 20 years ago or 10 years ago. Yeah.
Right.
What's it like being, like, you just referenced Cedric and Whitney. We obviously talked about Bill a little bit earlier. Like at one point in the trailer, there's a list of just like everyone who's in it. Eliza, Peters, like everyone's in it. What's it like being like, you're the star?
I was going to say, I'm so happy to see you, the star, man. It's great.
Like, that's amazing.
Man, that was wild, dude. Because not so long ago, maybe 5 years ago, right? I didn't have enough clout in the stand-up comedy world. I haven't done my special yet. And I would try to sneak into the Comedy Store to watch Bill, to watch Whitney, and the door guy wouldn't even let me in.
Oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
You should have been like, dude, I'm Ken John.
Hey,
let me in, man. Come on.
I know Bobby Lee, please. But it's just so special to, I mean, not even just be a star of this movie, but like kind of hang out with these guys, you know? Whitney I've met before, Neil Brennan, who's in a movie I met before, but a lot of people like Bill, I think I briefly met, but finally getting to work with him. And like every week in this movie, like Cedric was there basically throughout the whole movie. But like one week it'll be hanging with Bill Burr, and then the next week you'll be hanging out with Whitney and Neil and Jermaine Fowler and stuff. It was just like the best like green room experience ever. And now I can, hopefully, if they don't mind, I can call them friends, and that's kind of cool. Yeah. And hopefully now they can vouch for me to get into any comedy club.
Who is the scariest one? Because every time we interview Bill, we're so scared. We probably interviewed Bill like 7 times now.
And he's openly like, you guys are cool. I like you. Like, we're friends. And every time I'm still like, oh, fuck, it's Bill. Like, I hope I don't say something stupid in front of him.
Bill's very cool, and he's actually extremely professional. Like, I think comedians, when it comes to acting, like a lot of us are kind of green or like just getting into it, when none of us are like John Malkovich, right? But Bill has that old school actor vibe. He leaves his phone in the trailer. He's focused, he's chatting, but like when he's on, and he never misses a line. So like that was, I wouldn't say intimidating, but that was like, wow, dude, this guy's so good at stand-up, and he's an absolute professional.
When we talked to him about King of Staten Island, I think there was an air of like he really respects what actors do, and I feel like he specifically has mastered his craft, and now he's doing a new one, and like realizing and understanding that he's the rookie, and like you gotta pay your dues, and you gotta do it the right way, and he's not in a position yet to be like fucking around on set. It's I think it's a level of respect because you guys go through such a grind to get to where you are in comedy too.
Yeah. And I think a lot of comedians go into acting like, fuck that. Like, I can go tour and make like millions of dollars. I don't need this shit. But Bill, absolutely respectful of the whole acting thing, which I love acting so much as stand-up, you know? So like to see that was really cool.
I loved seeing you as like the star. I think that's awesome, man. Especially with that son of a bitch Ken in it. Like, yeah, you take a back seat now, man. You're the little bit role. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been like a long time coming. It's very cool to see you be like the focal point. It's an awesome it's next level.
I mean, yeah, thanks to Steve Byrne for really believing in me, and the role wasn't even written for an Asian dude,
Really?
It was the role's name originally was Will O'Brien.
Oh shit! We went polar.
Yeah, you see, yeah, Steve Byrne is half Irish and half Asian, half Korean. So I guess he went with his Korean side eventually. So that was really cool that it wasn't a ethnically specific role, and they went with your boy, and Vince Vaughn and Peter Billingsley produced a movie, and they were like really behind me also, which was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
and
fucking Vince Vaughn. When that popped up during the trailer, it's like Vince Vaughn, produced by Vince Vaughn. I was like, that's a fucking monster move for you.
Yeah, there's a quality to everything produced by Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, right? He doesn't do small stuff.
He's indie. Let me tell you a fun story about Vince. Was so he came on set and like a set visit. He's the producer, and I was like, "Hey, Vince, what's up, man?" And I was about to say like, "Not nice to meet you, but nice to see you," because I actually met him once before. But he was like, "Hey, nice to meet you." So I was like, "Yeah, nice to meet you." And then
for the first time, definitely for the first time.
Yeah, we're just so grateful you're part of the movie. We're really stoked on this. I was like, yeah, cool. And then I was like, okay, don't tell him I actually met him, because the first time I met him, I was more or less a glorified extra in this movie called The Internship with him and Owen Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know it.
I played a ping pong player at Google playing ping pong with Vince. And it was so embarrassing, and I didn't do good, like acting wise. Ping pong, I was fine for the most part. But that was like straight up like my second acting role, and I got completely cut out of the movie. So rightfully so, he didn't remember me, and I still haven't told him that I actually met him on that movie, because I don't want him to be like, oh, fuck, I hired that guy? Oh, shit.
Well, listen, it's too late now, bro. I mean, I can understand the moment, but shit's already done now.
They can deep fake my face with Bobby Lee still. It's not too late.
What else is going on, man? How is quarantine life treating you, and like what else is cooking right now?
It was kind of wild. I just focused on writing a lot when I was in LA. We talked last time. It was during quarantine, right? Yeah. Was that right?
That was
And
Space Force.
now I came to Vancouver to shoot something. Actually, I'm a lead in this rom-com now. How about that?
Look at you. Here's the
This is
kid.
it.
We're in the rom-com
The
world.
money is rolling
You're
in.
in the Matthew McConaughey spot. Let's go.
It's me and Nina Dobrev.
Oh shit!
I know.
I was actually gonna say
like this.
in the opening act. Also, your girlfriend is too fucking hot. She's
Yes, Debbie Ryan.
is
That's very unrealistic in that movie. I would say that this Midwest guy who works at insurance at a cubicle and Debbie Ryan is my girlfriend. That was just a casting at that
Dude,
point.
Debbie Ryan,
yeah,
Nina Dobrev. I mean, forget about the money and the accolades and the success. Let's do it. Are we getting sex scenes up in these movies or what, Jimmy?
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. No. It's a really fun movie. It's a Netflix rom-com. I think people is gonna enjoy. Those things are like killing it on Netflix.
Oh, they know exactly what they're doing.
That kills it, but also you saying killing it just reminded me of your Amazon stand-up where that was awesome and great on Amazon, and it's also got millions of views on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, it got me trending on TikTok. I got 1.5 million TikTok followers now. I'm basically the guy drinking juice on his longboard.
I feel like you could crush TikTok.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Have you been like engaging in TikTok? Have you been doing it? Because I feel like you would be good at that.
I actually hired a kid, this Asian kid in Utah. Shout out to William Pepper. That's his name. Asian kid named William Pepper. Apparently, his last name is William Chiu, and Chiu means pepper in Vietnamese. So his family just changed the name to William Pepper. But really nice kid, and he helps me on my TikTok. And I've only ever done one dance. But
you've done a dance.
Everything else is just like
which one?
I did the Savage dance. That was
nice.
that was fun.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Are you throwing it back?
I did. This girl wanted to do a TikTok dance, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do it." Just to impress this woman.
All right. So
fun.
hang on. What's the thing? What's the dumbest thing you've ever done for a girl? And is it TikTok dance?
Well, I mean, I don't know how much lower
what's
you
the
can
second?
go.
Yeah, what's the second dumbest thing? Because that's
Yeah.
the first.
What's the second dumbest thing? Oh man, one time I was like so into this girl. I brought like Thai food and like one of those coconuts to her house, and it was just weird. Like
How old are you?
One of those coconuts.
Yeah, I've never heard of that
Is
in my
that a
entire
thing?
life. Is that a Thai thing?
No, that was like something she liked, and it was supposed to be sweet, but it turned out to be like it was too much. Like you don't just show up at people's doors, man.
Not with coconuts, at least.
How old were you when you did this?
This was 2 weeks ago. No, I'm kidding. It was like a few years ago. I forget how long.
Isn't it funny when you think of like that sounds totally good on paper in your head?
Totally good.
And you're like, yeah, this is gonna come off as sweet and considerate, and then it's like, wait a minute, I just came to your house with a fucking meal, and like here you go. Like what the fuck? Was I
super
thinking?
weird.
That sounds very normal. Like I brought over food. Let's eat and watch a movie.
Yeah, that's what. But then for what I mean, and it could have gone well. I feel like that
It
she
could have gone
I think the
well when it
coconut
goes-
threw it
I
off
think
the
the
rails.
fact that it didn't go well is why
Yeah.
it's whack. You
Right,
know
like
what I mean?
it might be on her. Maybe she should have been more like accepting of it. I bet she wishes she did now that your boy's a starring leading man. But I feel like, in the moment when she's like, like I already ate and I'm busy and like you can't just show up at my door, you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, or I was risking like maybe she's banging another guy. Like, who knows? You can't just show up randomly at somebody's house.
The
I think
drop
that's
in,
also
the drop
the fallacy
in this
rom-com.
world. Oh yeah.
I was trying to do a rom-com move. You know what I mean? Like, but
in this
you
day and
can't-
age.
It's actually rom-com's fault.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to do a million rom-com moves because I've seen them in rom-coms, and that's just not how real life works. It's
Yes.
not how the world works.
Not now.
No.
Like, you would send a text or pick up the phone first before you showed up somewhere, or you like all the natural things that you don't see in movies are like, oh yeah, that there's no surprise, there's no romance, because it would be like, no, dude, I'm busy. I have to go to work. You can't come over. It's like, oh well, fuck. All right, that whole idea is gone.
Yeah.
From 14 to 18, all I did were grand gestures, and I had my heart broken every single time. So now I just don't have emotions.
Yeah.
Has there been a change for you? I guess maybe when the movie this has to come out first, and then the rom-com drops as well. but have you felt a change in your life professionally, socially, financially, family-wise, all that shit?
Yeah, I guess professionally, yeah, it's been like a steady climb with Space Force, with the comedy special. I think the comedy special has been very helpful even in my acting career because now people really get to know who I am, like, before hiring me. So yeah, I'm getting some scripts sent my way and stuff, but just during this COVID time, it's tough, man, and I'm just really focusing on some writing, creating some of my own stuff, films, TV, whatever that may be.
You've said that
Socially,
twice now.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. You said that twice, the writing thing. So how does that work? I don't understand that. Like, do you like wake up in the morning and you have like a set time for writing?
I write when I can, Okay. I haven't been writing stand-up because I can't perform it. It's hard to write in a vacuum when it's during COVID and you can't go out and perform, right? So I just been focusing on, like, I co-created this one show that's at a network now, and then I wrote a book that I'm trying to turn into a show. I wrote, working on a couple feature scripts, and also jamming in that writer's room of Space Force. That was a great learning experience also.
That was another bomb squad cast, man. That was heavy amazing hitters, from funny guys all the way to like John Malkovich. It's just like, holy shit, you are with the who's who. You are really rubbing elbows, man, with like the cream of the crop.
I'm trying, but you know what's funny? Because you asked me socially. Socially, nothing's changed.
Nothing.
I was gonna ask you: are the girls you're getting hotter in real life or in your movies?
Great question.
You're too.
Ooh, I would say maybe the movies, because I don't think it's my own insecurity, but I don't think I can land a Nina Dobrev yet.
Yeah, well,
not even yet. It's just that's not. Like I would feel insecure around her,
Well, listen, maybe right now, but you're an actor. You got to start playing the part. You got to walk in there like, yeah, Nina, you should date me.
Exactly.
You should be insecure around me. All right. I'm Jimmy O Yang.
Exactly. Well, and also I guess I don't really care about celebrity. Like
right.
Like socially, that's why it hasn't changed. Like, sure, maybe if I can get in on some guest list on a club or something, but I never went to clubs anyways.
Well, that's the thing. I think the people who really like their movie comes out or their album drops or whatever it is that they make it to #1, Blockbuster, whatever. I think you also have to have that persona and that lifestyle already in you. Like, you already have to kind of be like on the club scene, and now you can get in, but you're already one of those guys. I don't think you can just become that person because now you have a hit movie. It's like, well, I'm still the type of guy who, like, I don't know, I play video games at home. Like, that's just what I do. You know?
It's fame and money has been really wasted on me because I still just play PlayStation with my buddies.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, what's an average night for you when you're not working, not writing, you're just gonna hang out? What are you gonna do?
So during quarantine in LA, I had a bubble with just like 4 friends, maybe we'll come hang out, barbecue, I'll cook something. And then at night I'll play Ghost of Tsushima, like Overwatch with some boys, or like, when there's sports, when NBA, NFL came back, that was awesome. So that kept me busy every night. I just remember there was one night, I think it was like Wednesday, there was no NFL, no playoffs. And I didn't know what to do with myself. And I got depressed and I just started drinking. So that helps.
I was going to say, and then all of a sudden you weren't depressed.
Yeah, that usually clears things up.
Yeah.
Are your boys people you've met like are they from a long time ago? Like, I'm always interested in the people you knew prior to, making it or in the industry, or are they people who are in the industry?
Yeah, my best friends are still just boys from high school. We still do the same shit, But I would say some of my closest friends are the Asian community in Hollywood, and mostly, like my boys from Crazy Rich Asians. We're still like close friends. Even like Ronnie, Ronnie Chang, Remy Hee, like those guys. Whenever they come from New York, from Australia, we're the first people we hit each other up. You know what I mean? So. All of them really close.
Crazy Rich Asians, by the way, made me cry 3 times.
Yeah,
and I always think about that. It was 3 exact times. That is too many times to cry.
And what's up? Was Crazy Rich Asians 2 coming out? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I think
even like
they're still writing it or developing it. Yeah. I mean, I'm all about it. I would love to do it.
I mean, there has to be, like, the way that it ended. They clearly.
I would hope so. It's based on 3 books, so it's perfect for a trilogy.
There you go.
But, That's the studio development process. I got nothing. I have no power over that. You know?
So speaking of Crazy Rich Asians, Henry Goldman was in that, and then when he was in The Gentleman, I think, he did a pizza review with Portnoy, and I know.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Well, like the whole cast did. It was a whole bunch of them, right? And but Henry was like a pretty big fan. Yeah. And he kind of he pulled Dave aside and started talking about like some of the inner workings of Barstool that like.
You got to be.
You had to be in the know of Barstool to know some of the shit he was talking about. So he was deep in it. But you were the other person who I remember. You were in on the Portnoy pizza reviews pretty damn early.
The first time I came in, I was like, one bite, everybody knows.
Yeah,
the rule.
and now you kind of got your own thing cooking on YouTube, right? You're doing your own reviews.
So I was trying to, it's weird. I just put my old stand-up videos up, and then I put some clips from Amazon, on YouTube. Got millions of views, and I got like 400,000 YouTube subscribers. Things that a kid would really dream of, right? Yeah. So I was like, oh, let me try to monetize this, but I don't know what really to do. So I just posted some cooking videos, and I got some traction. And then now I'm in Vancouver shooting something. I can't really cook. So I just started doing like food review videos, very much like your boy, give it a little score and stuff. And mostly it's like Asian food. And it's almost like a mukbang. I order a ton of food.
Yeah.
Eat it.
What is a mukbang? I've seen mukbang a million times. It's just eating a lot of food.
I don't know the history of mukbang or the ins and outs of it, but I think it started by like a Korean vloggers. It's a very skinny person usually. Sometimes a very small 100-pound Korean woman will order this massive bowl of like soup with noodles or like just an insane amount of food. And the point is to eat it till the end. So it's a little bit of ASMR. They don't even talk. They just keep eating. It's almost like watching Kobayashi,
Yeah.
But I don't actually.
But if he stunk,
my food.
Like if
you're supposed to.
If he wasn't fast at eating food.
Yeah, you're just slow. Yeah, you're not doing it like you're just sitting there.
Oh, yeah, I think it's like 2 hours. Just eat it, and then people watch it. I don't know why. It's like very comforting, apparently.
Well, we saw like the first one was some sort of Asian dish, but then it was like shrimp scampi and pasta bolognese. I figured it was going to be like just Asian food, but you hit everything.
Oh, that was my cooking stuff. Yeah, I just love to cook, and it's actually like super easy. And I think dudes like our age don't really ever think about cooking, just either the old school mentality or we never thought we could, especially even like college kids. But like, dude, it's actually super easy. Like 5 minutes, you can make an amazing shrimp scampi that a college kid wouldn't afford to pay $30.
5 minutes? Come on.
5 minutes.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's not true. 5 minutes.
It's real. I mean, you got to cook the pasta takes 10 minutes.
Oh, well, so now all of a sudden it's 10 minutes. Come on. We're going to do a little answer the internet here. You remember that? You played with us once before.
Yeah, let's do it.
We kind of just rolled it into the podcast because it's hard to do during quarantine, but let's do it. It's Answer the Internet with Jimmy O Yang back once again. How do you get out of accidentally sending screenshots of your texts back to the person who sent them?
Oh.
You know what I mean? So you text me something, I screenshot it, I mean to send it to John, but I send it back to Jimmy. What do I say? How do you get out of that? I would just say it's an accident, right? I think just going up to it?
Yeah, because unless you already texted like, look at what this fool's saying, what a piece of shit, right. Then you might have a problem.
What if
I would just be like, clearly what you said is insane. And I was going to send it to someone,
on why.
But whoops, it's to you.
If you said something really funny or cool or whatever, but if you said something that I like horribly disagreed with and it's obvious that's why I'm sending it back, you just have to cop to it and be like.
I think you have to cop to it. I don't think there's a way out of it. I think you're like, look.
We know what happened here.
I don't even really like you as a person. we went to middle school together. That's the only reason we still talk as 32-year-olds. I was sending that to our other friend who also hates you to prove what a piece of shit you are. And then maybe
I did it once to a guest we were trying to get who like is a pretty like private person. So like really not what he wanted to be seeing. And all I was doing was sending it to our producer being like, yo, he's down to come on the show. But I was like, I swear I wouldn't send any of your other texts around. It was just to book this, I swear. But that was
so
tough.
You did straight up cop up to you like, I'm trying to send your text to somebody. I would just say it's an accident. I pressed the wrong button and I was trying to send you a cute picture, and then I'll send like a cute picture of something.
Oh, so you have a second picture on deck.
Yeah. I mean, like, I meant to send you this, but I pressed the wrong button. I sent you a screenshot. Haha, that's stupid. You know.
Just keep it. Also,
that's good enough that they would say, haha, okay,
And keep
but
it
they
moving.
know you were lying.
100%. But that's in this world. It's just like if we've learned anything, just like deny it and keep the conversation moving, and the person will just be like, okay, whatever. I guess we're talking about this now. As long as they don't call
but
you
you have
back.
to cop up to it if it's like circled and highlighted and you know and shit like that.
What is your closest near-death experience? I feel like you probably got some. The strip club days or on the come up. I feel like you've done some weird shit.
Man, I don't have too much. I'm a pretty risk adverse person when it comes to like thrill seeking sports and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're wearing a cardigan. We figured.
Not the most extreme dude on the block.
But I would say I think when I was 18 or 19, I smoked too much weed, or I bought weed from random kids at the park, and they were smoking chewy, which is like weed laced with cocaine. So whatever weed they sold me, it might be laced with something. I straight up went home, had a panic attack, like my heart was pounding. I didn't know what to do. So I tried to calm myself down. You know, I took some Advil. I tried to watch some porn, jerked off a couple times, you know, took a shower, and my heart was just pounding. And I didn't know what a panic attack was. I was 18, you know? So I tuned into some sports center, and I was staying at my dad's place, and he was in the other room. So I was like, okay, do I knock on my dad's door and be like, Dad, I smoked some weed and you got to take me to the hospital? Or do I just fall asleep to sports center and hope that I wake up the next day? And I mean, hopefully, you know, luckily I woke up.
I got two things here. I got three things. I think.
A lot of things.
One, first of all, it's hilarious that like porn really is the cure-all.
Yeah.
We're like, look,
It
I don't
really
feel
is.
good. I'm gonna have to jerk off. like when you're hungover and you wake up, you're like, I gotta
Get it
jerk
out.
off
Get
real
the poison
quick.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two,
And if after you jerk off, you're still fucked up, then you know something's wrong. Maybe you should go to the hospital.
Two, one time I was studying abroad in Spain, and this dude was just sitting on the steps of a church and was like, hey guys, you want to hit this? And my buddy was like, we were both like, fuck yeah. And we walked up, and my buddy hit it first. And he like immediately dropped the pipe and walked away. And he goes, nope, not weed, let's go.
Oh, wow.
And three, my first panic attack, I was kind of doing a similar thing where it's like, all right, I'll jerk off. I'll see how this goes. Nope, that's not working. All right, I'm going to go to the hospital. And I went to the hospital in New York. I took an Uber to the hospital. And they were like, dude, you're having a panic attack. We get like fucking, here's a bottle of water. Go sit in a chair.
Stop being a pussy.
Like, we're dealing with a gunshot wound right now.
But it's good that you knew, at least you found out it was a panic attack, because for like a year, I just thought like I had a psychotic break or something, or like my heart has an issue.
I do love the idea too of like, I could talk to my parents who like love me and will probably help me through this, but I'm like embarrassed and a little bit afraid. So I'm just going to close my eyes. And if I die, I die. Hopefully I wake up.
Yeah. That was a business decision.
Yeah, exactly. If you could have a coach from any sport, or you know what, anything in life, could be acting, stand up, whatever, standing next to you, coaching you as you have sex, who would it be?
Oh. Well, I feel like just the nature of that question, I would prefer a woman standing there.
Okay.
Oh,
all right, that's a twist.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I don't want Bobby Knight screaming at me or Bill Belichick in his weird, cut off sleeve. Like
I would
that's
see.
super weird.
I'm with you on Bobby Knight. I bet Belichick knows all the games.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yo, have you seen
way.
Bill Belichick's fucking girlfriend?
That doesn't mean he fucks.
I think it does.
I don't think Bill Belichick fucks.
It also means he
You
makes
think
about $15 million
Belichick got
a
a
year.
good dick
but-
game. I don't know.
No
I
way
don't know about
Belichick has
Belichick's
dick
dick
game.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he
He's
does.
just a Patriots fan. He'll never be honest about
Bill
it.
Belichick fucks better than Brad Pitt, and that's a fact.
No way.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure of that.
Fuck off. By the way, I don't think Brad Pitt fucks that good.
Oh, you're wrong on that, buddy boy.
I
okay,
think-
that I might disagree with.
I
feel like
think
Brad Pitt fucks well.
I think he's almost like a hot chick who is like
No.
he doesn't need to. He doesn't need. You think
doesn't
that
put
Brad
in the
Pitt's
effort.
getting in there and getting dirty with it?
Oh, yeah.
No way. He doesn't need to.
Yeah,
He doesn't
buddy.
need to. I bet you Jimmy fucks
Not
better
only
than
do
Brad
I
Pitt.
think it, I think about it every night.
I was about to say, do you know it? I bet you Jimmy gets down and dirty
have
better
to
than
fuck
Brad.
well to
yes.
represent my people.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of stereotypes to undo. You know.
Yeah, I can't be the last Asian guy she fucks. You know what I mean? I hope that after me, she only fucks Asian guys. There's a lot of pressure that comes with it.
I like that. It's like hot potato. You don't want to be the last one. Like,
How tall are you, Jimmy?
What was that?
How tall are you?
5'6".
All right, I have a buddy who's like 5. I think he's like 5'4", and I have another buddy who's like 6'3". And one night he was talking to a girl, my buddy who's 6'3", and my other buddy just interrupted her right in the middle, and he goes, "Look at him, look at me." He goes, "Everything's been given to him his whole life. I'm gonna have to fucking work for it with you." And
There you go. That's exactly what it is.
Took her home.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. How about this? Would you give up? How does it work? Would you give up an inch of your dick for, let's say, 4 inches of height?
Ooh, shit.
So you could be 5. What'd you say? 5'6". You'd be 5'10", and then your dick
5'10",
would
I
be 8
feel
inches.
like wouldn't make a difference. If I can be 6'2", I'll give up an inch of my dick.
Okay, so we'll do 6 inches for. If you want 6 inches of height, we're gonna do 2 inches of dick.
Ooh, nah, I can't. Nah, then you get into. I got a decent sized penis, but I can't give up 2. You know what I mean?
Yo, in order to give up 2, you have to have extra dick. I mean, 2 inches is a lot for a normal dick. All right, I like that. So we found.
But to answer your question, I think not even really a coach, but if Doris Burke will be there to talk me through it.
Yo, that's the fucking best answer I've ever
We're
heard.
retiring the question. There's one other question in the history of this game that has been retired. You are the second one going into the rafters. I will never ask that question again because there is no better answer than Doris Burke. It cannot be beaten. It cannot. Congratulations. It's a big honor. Wow, Doris Burke. What an answer.
Yeah, and then second pick will be if I can get 2 people, I'll get Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson
At the same time.
That would just be kind of funny.
How about Mike Breen being there like bang, bang?
J.R. Smith already took his shirt off.
What'd you think of LeBron getting it done? Are you watching the Lakers when you're out there? I mean,
I'm happy for him, man. I'm a big Clippers fan, so my
yikes.
heart already broke in that Denver series. It reminded me of that Houston series in 2015 with Paul and Blake going up 3-1 and losing it. So it's just been tough, but I just want to see a good story. And I think Miami Heat, amazing story.
Yeah.
And they fought and hard. I would love to see Miami win, but that was a long shot. But the way LeBron won, he played so freaking well, and it's his 3rd MVP with a 3rd team. Amazing. That's
Dude,
a great story.
He shot 65% last night.
What?
65. He broke his own
turned it
record.
off. I was watching it. I turned that off. So last night I bet the Heat, I bet the Seahawks, and I bet the over in the Hawks game. All of it gone. Yikes. So I ended up just watching the Strangers because like all of it was gone fast. Like it was the first half of both games before I was like, I lost all of these. And ended up just watching the Strangers. But I did not realize that fucking LeBron shot 65.
He broke his own record. But even like Shaq in his prime shot like 62 and shit for a final. It was a finals record, 65%. It's insane. And then you just look at like Jimmy Butler, like he put up like 12, 5, and 7, and it's like that's the difference. Like you had one game. Yeah, I guess he's gassed, but that's the difference. It's like LeBron doesn't get tired. He's relentless. He just keeps delivering.
LeBron doesn't get tired. LeBron doesn't get hurt, even though he got hurt last year. But everyone knows that was fake hurt. That was like
that's all LeBron.
The season's over.
Like I don't have teammates. Right?
Yeah. And like I'm not even saying like LeBron was faking it. I mean the whole team, the whole organization was like, dude, just fucking sit down.
You're hurt.
Who cares?
Yeah. Let's do one more question here. Would you hook up with the hottest girl from your high school, even if they were hideous in present day?
How hideous? Like
hideous,
straight up,
Jimmy. Like
she's
put on
done
weight.
years of
She's
meth.
she's losing her teeth. She's but
she's done years of what was it? Chewy? I've never even heard of Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy. Chewy is a joint with cocaine sprinkled on it.
Why is it called Chewy? Yeah. We're so lame.
I
don't know. I think there are different names for it. Chewy, like that's what California calls it. Chewy. I have no idea. But
yeah, she's been smoking that for years. She's, her hair is gross, her face is gross. She's put on some weight, but in your mind, you'll get to hit like the girl, the it girl.
If she's unrecognizable, what's the point? You know, I mean, the hottest girl in my high school was like a PacSun model back in the day.
Yeah.
She was like really hot. Emily, I think was her name.
What up,
we can
girl?
bleep that out. We can't get clearance. I don't know. I'm sure she's still hot. I mean, it would take a lot for her for me to say no.
Yeah.
But in your description, I think I would have to say no.
Dude, I fucking love that you just like you knew her. Like you knew.
Everybody knows.
Like
Everybody knows.
I've done
man.
it. By the way, I've done this question, and the answer was yes. She wasn't like grotesque or anything like that. But the hot girl from my high school came to New York.
Oh, you hit it?
Like probably 3 years ago, give or take.
Whoa!
And
No way.
That's a life-changing thing. Like, I can't believe you still don't have self-confidence.
Yeah, no. Turns out that doesn't cure it either. Like, finally getting the girl who rejected you forever doesn't fix it. But she by no means was like that situation where it's like, who the hell are you?
Mm-hmm.
She still had it. I'm just bragging right now.
Yeah, I know. Like, how does this
So
correlate
I just
to
fucked
our
a really
story?
hot girl who was even hotter in high school. Yeah.
Did you get some high fives from your buddies?
I honestly don't think I ever told them. I think this is my first time ever telling
What's
it.
the point of doing it if you don't tell them?
Wow. Dude,
I
one
tell
time,
all of
let me
my
tell you
first
something, man.
times on air, and then I tell my friends because I'm like, and they're gonna hear from someone else. I might as well tell them.
Yeah.
One time I hooked up with this girl. She at Hooters. She was a waitress at Hooters because we used to run a comedy club at Hooters, and she came in like top 3 in the national bikini contest. This really beautiful girl, right? And she just was into me or my stand-up or into Asian guys. I don't know what it is. She just liked me, and I was nobody. I was living in a 1-bedroom with like 2 roommates. Okay, so I remember I took her home, and you know my roommate clearly can hear me having sex with her. And apparently he was like so stoked on it. He texted every single one of my buddy. He was like, "You can't believe what's going on." And then the next day, I mean, this is almost an insult. Like they couldn't believe what's going on. Because the next day I got calls from friends I haven't talked to in years, as if I won the lottery or something. Like straight up, I picked up the phone.
You honestly did.
Yeah, I picked up the phone. My buddy Sean was just like, "Hey, Jimmy, man, congrats, dude." I was like, what are you talking about?
I mean, that's how it feels, though, right? It is. It's like that's why they call it getting lucky. You got so lucky that night. It's like you hit Powerball, man. You're getting calls from friends and family. But you're right. It is a backhanded. It's like, what is it that far fetched? Is it that ridiculous?
Apparently,
that I
it
would have
was
sex with someone. Well, whatever, man. As long as it happens, right? I feel like there's gonna be a lot more of that in your future as a leading man. So, when you are officially,
I'm gonna start
dating her,
ending conversations that way. Like, I feel like you're gonna keep fucking.
you're gonna fuck. Hey, man, you're gonna be getting your fuck on. So, when Nina Dobrev is your real life girlfriend, say hi to Nina for us too, and keep on fucking, Jimmy. Keep on fucking. Opening act is out tomorrow. It'll be on demand. You can get it. And go give it a look. It looks very funny. And if you've ever watched any stand-up and you're a fan of anybody, basically they're in it. So go give it a watch. And we appreciate it, man. Thanks for the time as always.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Great seeing you guys.
You're the best. Good to see you too, bud.
Peace out, y'all.
Later.